So in this video, it's a new series of Halloween reviews, and I thought this year, instead of film and TV reviews, we'll do something a little different, and we'll have a look at some video game reviews on mainly the Sega Megadrive. I might look at some PlayStation 1, but it's going to be mainly Sega Megadrive. So without further ado, let's have a look at the first one, which is Haunting, starring Polterguy. The game was released by Electronic Arts in 1993 and released on the Sega Megadrive. The story of the game follows Polterguy, a teenage punk who was killed in a skateboarding accident. It turns out the skateboard was defective and made by the businessman Vito Sardini. Yeah, I really like this, how it's so like early 90s, like the way like Polterguy's attitude, it's quite like very much reminiscent to like Bart Simpson, like with his like a skateboarding punk sort of thing, and I think it's really cool. The aim of the game is to drive the Sardini family out of the houses using household items to bring to life and possess, and the aim is to frighten the family members so they flee out of the house. This is done by roaming the house and finding the family members, and you press the A button to possess an item and get out of the item, then the possession will occur. So I really love the isometric style gameplay that it has on, very reminiscent to the really early Electronic Arts titles such as really early FIFA games. That's how the cameras were set up, and also titles I remember I did Electronic Arts games, Zany Golf, where it was sort of like that, and you can really tell it's got the really early Electronic Arts vibe to it, which I think is really cool. I really enjoy it, and I'm really enjoying playing the game, so it's really cool to actually get this and have a go on it. When the family member sees the possession, it will show their frightened rating on the screen, and when it gets to a certain level, they will then abandon the house. Polterguy's ectoplasm bar will deplete while he's doing this. Now you can pick up ectoplasm during the hauntings, but normally it will deplete and you will have to go to the underworld to pick up more ectoplasm. Now this is the only hard bit of the game, I think, where you have to pick up the ectoplasm because there is hazards in the underworld, such as steam vents, disembodied hands and bouncing skulls that will deplete your energy, and you can be killed in the underworld. That's the only part of the game that you can be killed in. All in all, the game is really enjoyable. It's an easy game. Like I said, the only difficult bit really is when you're in the dungeon bit trying to get the ectoplasm back. That's the only part of the game where you can die. The rest of the haunting is really fun, and it's one of them games I think it will appeal to all ages, and you can introduce someone maybe who's never played retro games and sit them down and you can have fun with it because there is a 2-player option on it as well. I think it's a really fun game to play, especially if you're having a Halloween themed game as well and you want to play some games that are fun for all the family. This is definitely one to choose. Yeah, I just really love this game's originality as well. It's such a original idea for a game. I just love how, like, I've never known a game before or after it have this like idea that you can be a poltergeist and you can haunt this house. I just think it's a really original idea, and it's so cool that you can be the perspective of the ghost rather than the person being haunted. It's a really cool turnaround, and it's a really cool thing to be able to be the ghost rather than the haunted for a change. Really impressed by it because I never played this game the first time round, so I'm really pleased that I found it now and I can play it, maybe show it to my niece and nephews as well.